Good morning and welcome to the Daily Cyber Briefing for Monday the 11th of August. I'm Stephen Ridgway. Not a particularly good day if you use compression software. WinRAR has a 0-day that is under active exploitation. The recommendation is to update to the latest version immediately. So the vulnerability is tracked as CVE 2025-8088. And yeah, it affects all versions of WinRAR up to WinRAR version 7.13, which was released on the 31st of July. So if you have missed that, or you're not got through to your patching cycle yet, be aware this is under active exploit at the moment. So definitely recommend that you bring forward that patch as soon as you can. And also 7-zip has got a vulnerability. So 7-zip's vulnerability is an arbitrary file write vulnerability. It affects versions up to 25.01. It affects primarily Linux systems and is to do with the lack of sanitization around symbolic links, which allows for arbitrary file writes. Things like the ability, obvious ones would be to overwrite the SSH keys to give yourself access to something, or change bash.rc scripts, those sorts of things. So very strong recommendation to update 7-zip to version 25.01. It does also affect Windows versions, not just Linux. However, for the exploit to be successful on Windows versions, there are a couple of other criteria that need to be in place beforehand, namely that the user must have administrative access to the box. So this is primarily a Linux vulnerability. Okay, what else has happened? Well, over the weekend, people have been looking at what is going on with GPT-5. So those of us that use large language models, as much out of interest as out in anger, but there's mixed reports about GPT-5. It's supposed to be combining the best of various other models to come up with a very rounded generic model. People are a little bit unsure about how well it's doing that, and there is definitely a feeling that for a lot of stuff, 4.0, no, it isn't 4.0. Why do you chat GPT 4.0, isn't it? It's not 4.0, it's 4.0. Is perhaps better for many things. Well, also, whenever there's a new large language model that comes out, it triggers a new round of let's see if we can compromise and jailbreak the model. And unsurprisingly, yes. So GPT-5 can be compromised using echo chamber and storytelling exploits. Just the same as pretty much every other LLM. So no advancement in that space. For the foreseeable future, I don't think we're going to get a sustainable solution to this problem. The article in GB Hackers is quite a good article. in this respect. It does actually talk about how one uses echo chamber and storytelling exploits in order to trick a large language model into providing information which would otherwise trigger guardrails and a refusal to respond to the refusal to answer the questions. So it makes for interesting reading if you're wondering how people do this. It doesn't give you step by step instructions, but it gives you like a good high level overview of what we're talking about when we're saying things like seeding the model with stuff so that it will eventually come back with things that it shouldn't. The concept is basically that large language models have a programmatic preference for consistent narrative. So if you can nudge the narrative in a particular direction, it will probably not trigger any of its built-in protections. But it's kind of cool. So GPT-5, curious to know if anybody is having any success with it, in particular compared to any of the other versions of GPT that are out there. I haven't played with it yet, so yeah, I don't have a particular opinion, but like I say, getting mixed results at the moment. And if you're curious as to why the guardrails don't work, well, this gives you a good oversight. That is all from me for today. I hope you